pentagram symbol is composed of 5 straight lines to form a star. It is said to go back to the year 3000 BC in Mesopotamia, where Sumerian pentagrams were believed to mean the word yub, yub meaning corner or angle. In Babylonian times, a more mystical meaning of the pentagram surfaced. They believed the 5 points of the shape were said to refer to Jupiter, Mercury, Mars, Saturn and Venus. Down the centuries, the 5 points of the star have been used by different religions. The Hebrews used the symbol to represent truth and the 5 books of the Pentateuch. The Druids referred to the pentagram as a godhead, and Christians said that the 5 points represented Christ's 5 wounds. The pentagram is still being used. 5, for instance, has always been considered a magical number. We have 5 fingers and toes, we have 5 common senses, we have 5 initiations in our lives: birth, adolescence, sex, parenthood and death. The pentagram also contains the golden mean or ratio, a symbol of beauty and perfection. As such, it is believed to be a powerful symbol for protection against evil or conflicts. It can also be used to promote good and beautiful energy in a person or an environment. The pentagram and Christianity have a lot of connections. The symbol adorned jewellery, amulets and battle attire of early Christians, especially before the cross was introduced. This was not only because the pentagram was associated with the 5 wounds of Christ, but also because it could be drawn in a single stroke through one continuous movement of a pen, expressing the beginning and the end, or Alpha and Omega as one. It has also been theorised that the pentagram was an expression of early secret Gnostic heresy, found hidden here and there throughout Christianity's history. A symbol of Isis as the secret goddess, or the feminine principle. This symbolism commonly shows up in Arthurian legends, which many see as Gnostic, and in the Kabbalistic teachings disguised as knightly quests and their tales. For example, a pentagram appears on the shield of Sir Gawain in the 14th century poem Sir Gawain and the Green Knight. The pentagram was embodied as a symbol of this feminine principle by the 5-petalled rose found in many Gothic cathedral ornamentations. They are truly subtle, not quite a secret pentagram. Possibly due to this and to misinterpretations of symbols used by ceremonial magicians, the pentagram later became associated with Satanism and subsequently rejected by most of Christianity, sometime in the 12th century. The Greek mathematician Pythagoras had followers called Pythagoreans. They call the pentagram Hygeia. She is the Greek goddess of health. They named it Hygeia as they saw in the pentagram a mathematical perfection. That perfection later became known as the golden ratio. The Pythagoreans were driven underground at one point and used the pentagram to identify themselves to each other, signing letters and communications with it. During this time they believed that the pentagram represented the 5 points of a human being: 2 feet, 2 hands and 1 head. Although this seems to underestimate the knowledge of the Pythagoreans, as they were almost undoubtedly aware of its mathematical properties. The pentagram sometimes represents a union of opposites, generally expressed as male and female, in order to generate a greater whole. For example, we can sometimes see the pentagram as representing the triple goddess as 3 of the points, and the horned god with the 2 remaining points, representing either his 2 horns or his dual light and dark natures. Cornelius Agrippa speaks of the number 5 generally representing the union of male and female as this sum of 2 and 3, with 2 representing the mother and 3 representing the father. I'd like to thank you all for watching the video, and just tell you quickly, I was only going to do a little short video on the pentagram, what I call a tea time quickie, but as I started to research the pentagram I realised that wasn't going to be possible. Even with the length of video that I've done, I've still only scratched the surface. So if you're looking for something interesting to do one day, through this time of isolation, why don't you go and have a look? It's amazing what's out there, and there's still a lot more that I couldn't fit in. But I'm glad you listened, and thanks for watching. Take care everybody and stay safe. Bye.